back. So, rejoice, Chargers fans, or Charger haters, or whatever. Anybody, rejoice. Ding dong, the witch is dead. The Chargers have finally fired their idiotic head coach, and the dude actually kind of ended up taking Tom Telesco down with him. So, it was actually pretty impressive. We're actually probably going to break down how many careers Brandon Staley destroyed in the span of, his 3-year tenure with the Chargers. But right now, I got to tell you, I'm so happy. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see the Raiders win or the Chargers lose or a combination of both. But let's get into it. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Eric, it happened. He's gone. He's dead. He's no longer with us.
I'm having myself a celebratory chocolate.
Chocolate. Nice.
To commemorate
Fancy.
a lovely episode.
Nice. I'm having a hot chocolate as well. So
it is the season of chocolate.
yes. So let's see. Chuck Dominguez, Chargers still going to choke. The real problem is Spanos. Yes, but at least, one idiot's out of town. Two, actually. David Martinez, what's up, guys? LG boy, yes, finally got rid of Staley, but them getting rid of Tom Telesco was surprising. Yeah.
I didn't expect Telesco to go, honestly.
No, me neither. But let's break it down since we're already here. Do you want to start with Brandon Staley or Telesco, or how do you want to go? Actually, before we get into it, let me just give you a quick reminder to like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, all that good stuff. Comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at DarioSDW and at Super Dario World. So, well, let's just begin with Brandon Staley, because this was the big news, right? First off, the Chargers, like they always do, fuck this one up. Because I said that they should have gotten rid of this guy since year one, but, was never probably going to happen. After year two, I kept complaining. And now, at the start of this season, I said that they needed to get rid of this man by the bye week. Because they had bye week was in week 5. They still had a chance to save their season. Now, it's too little too late. And
did
probably...
Kellen Moore come in? Was he in since the beginning of the season?
Yeah, he was here the entire season. And so they could have had a shot to kick the tires with Kellen Moore early in the season, maybe change the culture in the locker room. They didn't. And so they basically destroyed the morale in that room because nobody understood how is that this man not getting fired. Clearly, nobody was playing for him. And it showed against the Raiders and their historic loss, their historic embarrassment. And it's all 100% on the Spanoses and Tom Telesco. Because Tom Telesco did hire this man, and before him, he did fire Anthony Lynn, and before him, he did hire Mike McCoy. So it's been a series of failures. Clearly, this man can't pick, or it could be the Spanoses. We don't know, but I mean, Tom Telesco had to be involved in who's going to be the next head coach. So clearly, his picks have been so bad and have set the franchise back so terribly that it was time to let him go. And I gotta tell you,
that
I agree.
That being said, I think it got more to do with Spanos than Telesco, but Telesco was always going to be the fall guy for him anyways.
Definitely.
Because if you remember back in the day with the Schottenheimer,
sure.
The problem with Marty was that he and Dean Spanos didn't get along.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't really a thing between him. What's his name? AJ Smith?
I don't know.
The former general manager?
Sure.
Like, I don't think it was a problem between Marty and AJ Smith. I think it was always, he just didn't see eye to eye with Spanos.
Mm-hmm.
And so we fired him after being number 1 the previous season.
Yeah. So the issue here, I think, with Tom Telesco is if you see the Chargers record, he has a losing record, and they only played in like 2 playoff games that they won. Everything else has been just losing or not making it to the playoffs at all. So I don't think they ever even made it to a championship round, much less past the divisional round. So it's been a series of consecutive failures after failure after failure. And I mean, if you choose the wrong head coach, because ownership made you, well, we're going to hear about it sooner or later because he will talk about it sooner or later. It's like, oh yeah, well, the Spanoses were the ones who selected the head coach. But he might have selected good players who did not perform on the field, and head coaches who did not know how to coach him. So, sayonara, both
Which
of you.
it seems to be the second.
Yeah,
Because I think with the in terms of the talent, we have the talent.
Theoretically on paper, but it's a coach just who doesn't know how to coach. Again, this guy had been in the NFL 3 seasons, 4, and then he got a head coaching job. It's crazy. It's insane. It's madness. I've looked up what all the previous head coaches for the Chargers did. Norv Turner, he was the offensive coordinator. After Chargers head coach, he was only an offensive coordinator, never was a head coach again. Mike McCoy is currently, I think, the quarterback's coach for the Jaguars. No, not even an offensive coordinator. So he's nowhere near being a head coach. Anthony Lynn is the closest because he's the assistant head coach to the 49ers and a running backs coach. But again, not even the offensive coordinator. So clearly, the other teams, when they see these guys, they're like, there's no way they're going to be a head coach. Not even close. I don't even trust them as my coordinator. So other teams saw something that the Chargers didn't. And Brandon Staley, I'll be shocked if he gets another job in the NFL. Shocked. Because that's how terrible his defense was. And he's supposed to be a defensive guy. And to add a cherry on top, he brought down Kellen Moore with him. Because the Kellen Moore offense looks terrible. The Cowboys offense is number 1. So he might have brought Kellen Moore down with him. To top that off, he killed J.C. Jackson. To top that off, who knows if anybody's going to hire Mike Williams because, he's brittle as fuck. To top that off, he took away 2-3 years of Khalil Mack's career. Joey Bosa, again, his stock went down. Everybody's stock went down. There's nobody who looks better after Brandon Staley, except maybe Khalil Mack. But again, the knock on him is that he's old. So everybody,
and Justin Herbert.
Sure, but I mean, he did not look great this season. But it's a combination of things. So everything that this man touched was radioactive. And so I know I saw the press conference and I saw the comments and a lot of people being like, oh, they feel bad for this guy because, he's still human, blah, blah, blah. No, fuck that guy. All right. This guy was put in a position to succeed. This guy's not Anthony Lynn. Anthony Lynn, they were changing quarterback. They were playing in a soccer stadium. They were switching cities. Everybody hated them. And still, I did not call him an idiot as many times as I called this man an idiot. All right. So one was put in a position to fail. Basically, was a sacrificial lamb. This guy was put in a position to succeed. He could not have picked for a better team. He selected his guys, handpicked. He had a star quarterback. They got him a star offensive coordinator, and still he fucked it all up. So I have no pity for this man, no pity whatsoever. And he still, got going to sleep on silk sheets after the Chargers pay him millions of dollars. Are you kidding me? You feel bad for him? Why? He suckered us. He basically tanked the franchise for the next 3 years at least because they're not going to have the budget to play the players that they have right now. They wasted Justin Herbert's rookie contract. The franchise, they need a culture changer and do some and to make some drastic changes ASAP in order for them to be even a little bit competitive next season. And also, let me remind you, next season, he's still going to have Sean Payton with the Broncos. You're still going to have Andy Reid in the Chiefs. And who knows who the hell the Raiders are going to have. Because the Raiders will spend money on a good head coach. So the Raiders may end up, if they go for the Lions offensive coordinator, I doubt it. They could go for Dan Quinn, which, again, he is an option for the Chargers. I know that Eric would love that. Or they could try to make a move for Bill Belichick or for Jim Harbaugh. And we know the Raiders will spend the money because they don't care. I mean, they're not the richest. It's not the richest family in the league, but they want to win. The Mark Davis wants to win, so he will spend the money on the head coach. So, what the hell? What do Chargers fans have to look for? Why you pity him? He's a pathetic loser that brought the franchise down. Like seriously, he just burned the house down. And the Spanoses were stupid enough to keep him after the bye week. Before the bye week, you had a shot. After the bye week, no chance. None whatsoever. That's why I called the season all the way back to week 8, because I could see the writing on the wall. And again, I'll probably call next season already, depending on who they hire as the head coach, because things are not looking good. They're over on the salary cap. Things are going to hurt for Charger fans for the next 3 years, at least. Get ready, Justin Herbert. They're going to waste another 3 years of your career, at least. Unless they actually get serious and they actually get somebody who's going to be a culture changer with a track of proven success. By the way, I do not mean Dan Quinn. All right. As funny as I think it would be if they hired Dan Quinn because Eric might kill himself. I do not want him.
No, I'll commit murder before I'll kill myself.
Okay, there you go. Fair enough. So I do not want him coaching the Chargers because also not after. Let's just say after Kyle Shanahan left, not the greatest record. So don't trust the guy.
And we don't need this franchise to add this choker of a franchise to get
Another historical choker.
The choker.
Choke man.
The choke McGee. That guy's like a UFC fighter with a damn choke. Also, we have around 6 minutes and 20 remaining in this Zoom call.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you want to just reboot it here while I read the comments?
Okay, I'll reboot that. Yeah.
All right, sure. I'll just get on to the just me, and I'll continue doing some... damn it, I forgot to fix it here. All right. So... I just realized that I don't know. Do I need to come back in? What am I doing? This thing, Eric, this thing kicked me out. I don't even know what the password is. Oh no. Oh no, this is going to be really bad. All right. Damn it. All right, so Charger fans, David Martinez, the next head coach hiring will define where I go as a Charger fan. I understand that. That's perfectly understandable. But what are your other options, dude? Like that's the big problem for me, at least. It's like, where else am I gonna go? What other team? Like, cause I've been looking for other teams. All right, I've had other teams audition. I like the not the Panthers. No, I like the Bengals. But am I gonna go to Ohio to watch a game? Nah, I don't think so. It's too far. It's too far and it's too cold. I mean, I'll support them, I guess, but from afar. But I'm thinking, which team would you actually travel for to see? The 49ers, I don't want to go to San Francisco. I'm putting it out there. I don't want to go to San Francisco. San Francisco's stupid. And also, it feels like cheating. There you go, Eric. I'm gonna put you on the big screen for a little bit, just so that I can fix the image for you. There you go. All right, Eric, can you talk? Can you talk?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, perfect, good. Oh. What the hell? When did this happen? It's
I
all
don't
a
know.
mess.
Is it my show now?
Yeah, no, not anymore. Sorry. All right,
Oh,
so
man.
Much love at Dario, at Eric. Saludos, Mob Nasty. If Spanos is willing to spend money and not be an idiot, he could hire Bill. He's not going to get Bill Belichick. Let me explain why. Bill Belichick hates the West Coast. That's it.
But so do I, and I'm still here.
Yeah, but you're not rich. Yeah, so that's what I've heard so far. Because, what I've heard, the rumors are, is that Bill Belichick, he'll probably want to stay on the East Coast, and he might take a job for, like, the Commanders or something, if he even takes a job. And so I get it, because, I mean, if he has a whole bunch of properties and family on the East Coast, he doesn't want to go to the West Coast. He could just, commute to work with his airplane or whatever. So I doubt that he'll be coming to all the way down to LA, because, again, LA sucks. I don't think Bill is the answer, but who knows? LG boy, the Spanos are dumb enough keeping him after the Jags playoff loss. Yes. Dario Martinez might go with my dad's team, which is the Lions. Dude.
That's a different type of pain.
Different type of pain. Which kind of brings us to, all right, so, the Chargers loss or whatever. The Lions, I get that the offensive coordinator is kind of like a very sexy option right now, to replace Brandon Staley. I don't want an offensive coordinator, man. I don't, because clearly the culture change in Detroit goes through MCDC. It's not the genius of the play calling. It's the culture change was brought on by MCDC. And I don't see this offensive coordinator as a culture changer yet. Maybe he is, but so far it seems like he's just he's making a situation better. But the real culture changer there is MCDC. So I wouldn't risk it.
But it does seem like nowadays the pendulum of, offensive versus defensive minded coaches is sort of starting to swing more towards offensive minded.
Maybe.
Like the old guard of, like Bill Belichick, Mike Tomlin, more defensive guys.
Mike Tomlin is another option. They say that he might be out of Pittsburgh this season. I do not I do not want Mike Tomlin.
I would not be upset at Mike Tomlin.
I would not be upset. All right, so to me, best choice by far is Jim Harbaugh. And the reason why I like Jim Harbaugh, and I've been saying Jim Harbaugh for years, is because the dude brings a culture of toughness. You look at the 49ers when he coached them. You look at the Wolverines when he's coaching them. It was a bunch of soft dudes that he made tough, right? The Chargers are soft. The defense is soft. They need to be smacked in the back of the head, told to stop being such little bitches and play harder. All right? They need that. Bill Belichick will make them soldiers, right? They'll be little drones. They'll be an army. That's actually pretty cool too. But I want them to be tough mentally, and that's what you need. With a culture change, you need somebody who's going to be tough, especially in a city like LA or before that San Diego, which makes people soft. I don't know why, but it does. Every single sports star that comes down here, 99% of them end up being soft. They come here to retire. It's not a pretty picture. So
for me, I'll take the evil empire drones of Bill Belichick.
Sure.
I feel like he can flourish with Justin Herbert at the helm. I think the problem really was the fact he had no offense with the Patriots.
Sure.
Because if you look at
also Bill O'Brien
if you looked at the freaking Patriots games, their defense has been fucking fine.
Yeah, but
or even good. But you can't score points, and you're not gonna win.
Yeah, but Bill O'Brien is also really bad, really bad. But anyway,
we're gonna get Josh McDaniels, aren't we?
God, no! Shut up! Shut your whore mouth. We're gonna end up with Dan Quinn. You'll see. Anyway, let's break this down. So the Chargers lose in historic fashion to the Raiders. So first time ever, I think I'm gonna say thank you, Raiders. I appreciated it. It was actually funny to watch. I enjoyed it.
I was actually disappointed at them because they should have gone for the record.
Well, they wanted to bench their players.
Pussies.
They're not total idiots.
Pussies.
But I was like, yes, embarrass them, make them suffer. And I was really excited for the press conference, but I mean,
I was refreshing my feed so much. I never use Twitter or X or whatever, and I was just there. I just put on search like Brandon Staley, like Chargers, whatever, and just refresh.
Yeah. But Chuck Dominguez says money talks. The Chargers are not gonna give him enough money. They won't. The Commanders will give Bill Belichick more money because they have it. But anyway, let's continue. The Bengals managed to squeak out a victory from the Vikings. Battle of the backups. Dude, that Browning boy can play. He did not look great.
Also, the other backup for the Vikings, he did all right.
Sure. I mean, it was a fun game, but it did leave you wondering, like, man, if these two teams were at 100%, they could be legit contenders. Like, it sucks that they're this good without their starting QBs. With Kirk Cousins, they could have won. With Joe Burrow, they obviously would have won. But it sucks.
I mean, listen, the Eagles won their Super Bowl with their backup quarterback, you know?
All you got to do is get there. Make it to the dance. Next, we got the Colts beating the Steelers. The Steelers are dead, right? They've lost 3 in a row.
Oh, yeah.
We both had them like the first team to leave the playoff picture, which they were.
And they have.
They're out of the playoff picture. We'll break that down.
Get them out of there.
Now we got this was a week of beatdowns, man, because we got the Lions just stomping all over the Broncos. Which, what did I tell you? The
Lions have been playing pretty shit.
Well, the Lions have been playing pretty shit outside, but they play pretty good indoors. They play really good in their little dome. So Goff cannot handle the cold. But if you have them in their dome, they're legit. Look at that freaking offense. It was nuts. So different team.
The Broncos have been pretty good.
Yeah, but still, what can you do? Next, we got was there an injury in one of these games that I forgot to mention? Doesn't matter. Next,
don't think so.
We got the Saints beating down the Giants, which, whatever, who cares? Except that I think there's now a 3-way tie in the NFC South. I think the Saints, the Falcons, and the Bucks are tied at 7-7. So
no, Falcons are 6-8, 7-7 are the Saints, and the Bucks are 7-7. So yeah, Saints and Bucks.
All right, yeah. So I prefer either of those two over the Falcons. I have no idea how the Falcons have the record that they have. Let me see. Chuck Dominguez, that was sad. My Broncos lost. Still on the hunt. I'll give it to you. It was sad because I would rather see the Broncos in the playoffs than, let's say, the Browns, the Colts. Like the Colts show signs of life every once in a while, but they don't seem particularly dangerous. The Broncos look like if they get hot at the right time, they could be dangerous. So mainly because they actually have a QB, not the greatest QB, but still they have a legit head coach. So I think it would be funner to see them in the playoffs. But whatever. It is what it is.
The Colts are a paper tiger there.
Yeah. Next, we got the Bears losing to the freaking Browns. This game pissed me off because the Bears were dominating the entire time, and then they lost at the last second because they're a bunch of idiots. Also, Joe Flacco. Turns out that boy can close. Who knew? Joe Cool has ice in his veins. So
I got him on my fantasy because I lost Herbert.
Dude, this pissed me off, man. Because the league that we have in our family, our sister who's leading, she had him as their number one. And I was like, yes, she's gonna go down. I'm gonna go up to first place. She ended up, damn it, screwing me over. But whatever. What can you do? Next, you got the Panthers the Panthers beating the Falcons.
Fuck
with 3
the
field goals. Yeah, you know what? Fuck the Falcons. I had them to win. I had them to win. They ended up screwing me over, you stupid birds. Hope you die. Next, I'm kidding, by the way. Next, we got the Buccaneers beating down the Packers. What the fuck are the Packers, man? The Packers can beat.
So the Packers this week was pretty much the whole conversation of they got to get rid of their defensive coordinator.
Sure.
Literally one of the worst performances like ever. They freaking Baker Mayfield had a perfect passing rating.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
Well, that's because he's good, man.
He's the next Brady, man.
He's the best around. No one's ever gonna bring you down. He's the best. LG boy, the Bears-Browns game was crazy. Yeah, I'll give you that. It was fun football. Watching two bad teams play each other, it's at least competitive. But that Godwin boy, he good in the Buccaneers game.
Yeah,
I don't know what the Packers are, but I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. In fact, I don't want to see them in the playoffs. Get out of here.
Well, they're out of the playoffs right now.
Get out of here. Next,
they're out of there. They're out of there.
Another beatdown. The Dolphins just stomping on the freaking Jets. This was just brutal. Like the Jets.
Let's just tell Aaron to take a break. He doesn't need to make the miracle comeback anymore.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad, but yes. Next, we got the Kansas City Chiefs kind of barely squeaking out a victory from the Patriots. Again, the Patriots defense is legit.
I mean, they won by 10.
Yeah. But I mean, the game was a lot closer than that. At the end, it wasn't, but whatever. Sucks for the Patriots. Next, we got the Tennessee Titans somehow losing to the Texans and a backup QB in overtime. It was wild, man. This game was wild. I thought.
How many overtimes were there this week?
Okay, Texans, Titans, and I think that was it.
Vikings, Bengals.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Next, we got the 49ers just beating down on the Cardinals, 45-29. Now, let me tell you something. Yes, the 49ers beat down on the Cardinals, but the Cardinals actually played fairly well.
It was close for a while.
It was very close for a while. And so, I mean, only because they went up against the freaking 49ers was this game that bad of a beatdown. But any other team, they could have won, or at least it would have been closer to that, the way that the Cardinals played. The team's feisty. So, they have a lot of
McCaffrey's got to be the MVP this year, right?
All right. It's between McCaffrey, maybe Purdy. Purdy's playing pretty good.
You can argue maybe Lamar, Tyreek, maybe. But it feels like it's not a quarterback year.
No, it's been a weak quarterback year for sure. Yeah, I think that at least
if they would have won more games, I could have given it to maybe Josh Allen just because he was basically pulling a Justin Herbert and carrying the team.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I think that the most
extraordinary McCaffrey.
The most extraordinary player so far has been McCaffrey. The man's unstoppable, and you're going up against him in the fantasy football playoffs. So good luck to you, man. I really hope you bring him down. Also Devo, right? You go up against McCaffrey and Devo, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, fun times. Next,
against the Ravens.
We got the Commanders losing to the Rams. Dude, the Rams, they've turned their season around. It's actually pretty impressive. Now they're actually starting to look kind of like a scary team. Cooper Kupp looking like an MVP again, even though he wasn't an MVP. But
The Rams are in the playoffs.
they are in the playoffs. And again, it looks like the man has healed up. The Stafford and Cup still have that connection. And the rookies are stepping up to play. So, good for them. Let me see. David Martinez lost my fantasy playoffs because the Falcons benched Robinson for fumbling the ball. Ooh, that stings.
Fuck the Falcons.
Fuck the Falcons indeed, my friend. Next, we got the Buffalo Bills stomping on the Cowboys.
Now, this was the shocker of the week.
I thought, I thought last week you were saying maybe they are them boys. Are they them boys? Do you think they're them boys? I don't think they're them boys. Let me tell you. Or maybe that's how much better.
Did you not see them play?
Or maybe that's just how much better the AFC is than the NFC. Maybe.
No, because the theory is the Cowboys just can't travel.
I guess. Maybe. And it was raining. Still. I mean, the other team was
don't know,
rain too. The point
the
is,
Bills were just doing whatever they wanted with them.
point is that James Cook boy, he good.
The
really
entire
good.
new offense of the Bills is just let James cook.
Yep. Turns out firing that offensive coordinator, kind of a good idea.
McDermott, I think, is gonna be safe. I'm gonna say that. Probably.
I think they need to win out, but their schedule is somewhat favorable. Let me just look at it real quick.
They had a tough schedule.
They're through the
And
hard
they've won
part.
it.
Next Saturday, they go up against the Chargers. Sunday the 31st, they go up against the Patriots, and then they close out against the Dolphins. So they could win out, and if they win out, they take that division because they beat the Dolphins the first time. So they have a clear path to making it not just the playoffs, but to have a home game in the playoffs. So we'll see how that goes. And right now, they red hot. They red hot. And
They kind of spicy.
and they're about to face two teams without a freaking QB. So we'll see how that goes.
And I'm looking at the Dolphins schedule, and they got the
It's not easy.
Cowboys, the Ravens, and the Bills.
Yeah. So
So the Bills can easily catch up and overtake them.
dude, the Bills could bench their starters by that
The Bills
point.
have the Chargers and the Patriots.
Yeah. So it's going to be pretty. I think the only team that has a worse schedule than the Dolphins is the Ravens.
I forget what the Ravens have.
Well, they're facing the Dolphins, the 49ers, and I think they close out against the Browns or
Steelers.
The Steelers. Still, no walk in the park. They may injure their entire team there. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Next, we got speaking of the Ravens, just beating down on the Jaguars. That Ravens D is no joke, man. It's no joke. And
I tell you, man, it's this was probably is one of those what they call maybe a playoff preview.
sure.
Because two teams in the top of the AFC and the bottom half are not the same thing.
Not the same thing. At least, the AFC South.
Yeah, I don't. Do you think the Jaguars can kind of get their shit together a little bit for the playoffs?
I don't
or
even think that they're going to make it.
You think they're gonna be out?
I mean, it all depends on the concussion of CJ Stroud, probably.
Oh, you thinking Texans maybe? Okay.
Texans or Colts. I don't know. But these
same,
Jaguars,
same record.
they don't look great. I'll just say that. They don't look great. I think they're one game up. They're 9-4?
No, they're 8-6, tied with the Texans and the Colts.
Are they all 8-6?
Yeah,
Holy crap. Now that's a division. All right.
that's an interesting division.
That's an interesting division. So basically,
The Titans are eliminated.
yeah, of course they are. Come on. Which sucks. Because, I mean,
Let's go with a quick one.
I feel bad because, they got DeAndre Hopkins and Derrick Henry, so they wasted another year of their careers. That sucks, but whatever. When it's not your year, it's not your year. Next, we got the
let's trade Mike Williams for DeAndre.
just any day. Next, we got the Seahawks. Shocker, beating the Eagles. I did not see that. Nobody saw this coming.
The ending was wild to this game, man.
It was wild as hell. And against the backup QB, are the Eagles done? They're on a
or maybe
3-game
Drew Lock is the truth.
3-game losing streak. They've already, clinched a playoff berth, but they're no longer. They're a wild card team now. All right, because the Cowboys have overtaken them. So, will we see the Eagles not even in the Super Bowl, but make it to the championship round? What do you think?
I think Drew Lock is the truth.
You think he's the truth?
No,
let's
no,
see-
the
let's see
Eagles have. I don't know what's been going on with those guys, man.
But they need to stop quick. Let's just
I-
see the playoff picture here real quick.
Yeah, let's look at this real
All right.
quick.
So let's see. We got the full screen. So
Only
clinch-
one clinch spot in the AFC. That's crazy, man.
Well, that's because it's all so freaking close, right?
And the rest of that division is just brutalized.
Yeah. I mean, they cannibalized each other. Right now,
Even though
Listen,
they're still in the playoffs.
I don't love how the AFC side looks. If I have to switch one team, I'd put the Texans where the Jaguars are, just because they're more fun to watch. The Bills have to knock down the Colts or the Browns, and Broncos knocking off the other one. Because I think that'll be more fun, right? It'll be
The Bills definitely need to get in. Like that's they gotta.
So Bills, the Broncos
Hey,
actually have it harder.
I'm gonna bet like the Bills definitely get in. They have a way too easy of a schedule.
All right, fair enough. So who's definitely out? Again, the
I'm
Browns
looking
are
at the Colts.
The
maybe
Browns
the
are 9 and
Browns.
5. That's not an easy team to knock down. And I'll check out their schedule. I'll check out their schedule.
Yeah, let's look at the.
So they got the
this thing.
Texans, and then the Jets, and then the Bengals. So the Browns and the Bengals will cannibalize each other. One of those teams will end up going down. The Texans could climb over the Browns. So if the Texans and the Bengals are in, then the Browns are out. That's pretty much how that's going to go. Let's see the Bengals schedule. I think the Bengals have the hardest schedule. Well, of these three, they got the Steelers, the Chiefs, and then the Browns, which is not particularly pretty. Who else am I seeing? The Texans, right?
It could be for the Browns Bengals game. It could be a win and you're in kind of thing.
Maybe. The Texans have the Browns, the Titans, and the Colts. So their path is kind of okay. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be Texans or freaking Colts, right? Let me just see the Jaguars here. They got the Bucks, the Panthers, and the Titans. So the Jaguars actually have a pretty easy schedule the rest of the way, unless it turns out that the Buccaneers have the truth. But yeah, they're facing, let's just say, not too steep competition. So based off of that factor alone, I think the Jaguars are in. I'd like the Texans and the Bills to be in. So Colts out, and it's gonna be Bengals or Browns.
I want to be selfish because I have Joe Flacco on my fantasy, so I kind of want the Browns.
You fantasize about Joe Flacco, you weirdo.
Who doesn't?
I don't.
Super Bowl winner Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Colts have the Falcons, the Raiders, and the Texans. That's a very winnable schedule.
Well, I mean, they and the Texans have the same freaking record. So whoever wins between the two of them is going to be in. Probably.
The Texans are going against the Browns, Titans, and Colts. So they have a little bit of a tougher one with the Browns. Yeah, I don't know. It's still all to play for, man.
Yeah. Next.
I'm just going to say Bills are definitely in. There's
for sure.
I don't see any way that they can, unless they just
Again, their
choke
schedule,
like it's a Super Bowl.
their schedule is against the Chargers, which could be a trap game. The Patriots.
Yeah, I was thinking that actually.
Yeah, the Patriots. I mean, I did see Easton Stick play, so I doubt it's a trap game. But you never know.
But it's
Any given
also
Sunday.
I think every game where we've had an interim coach come in, that team has won.
Well, because they're playing for their jobs, right? That's the desperation mode. It's like, holy shit, they started, chopping off
They
heads
cut
here.
off the head of the snake.
Yeah, so maybe. Who knows? If the Chargers knock out the Bills, that would be hysterical.
And it would be, it would be so fucking Charger to go 3-0 now that we need to tank.
Yep. Actually, now that you mention it, totally. But whatever.
Yeah.
Again,
They're going to be the Chiefs.
The Bills have to beat the Chargers, which should be doable. Patriots doable, and Dolphins at home. I mean, no, on Miami. That's not as easy, but I think they'll be in.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll see how it goes. Next, let's see the NFC. 49ers, number 1. They look like the number 1. They play like the number 1. Cowboys, number 2 at 10-4. Eagles, number 5 at 10-4. Then you got the Lions, who are probably going to clinch because they played, who they play this week. I'll see you later. Bucks. They got
the Vikings, Cowboys, and Vikings.
But the Bucks will have to fight it out against the Saints, and then you got Seahawks, Vikings, Rams. Who would you? How do you feel about these three? About these four? Who would you take out? Who would you leave in? Like if it were up to you.
Between which ones?
Yeah. To be honest, I'd like to see the Bears in there. Just because it'd be funny, but I doubt it's gonna happen.
I feel like it's the Vikings. I don't trust them in there.
But who would you pick? The Saints? The Seahawks?
Maybe Drew Lock is the truth.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's go to make our predictions for this week because we're against the clock on the stupid Zoom thing. But
we got double against the clock now.
Yeah. All right. So we got Rams versus the Saints. Do you even know where the game is? I don't even know. Let me just check.
Yeah, well, it's, we got it here. Let me just go back to the schedule. It'll be at the Los Angeles SoFi Stadium.
In LA. I go first. Rams are at home. They've been playing red hot. I have Cooper Kupp. I need him to play well, so I'm going to root for them. Give me the Rams.
I'll do the Rams as well, just because they got Cooper Kupp, and they're playing hot.
All right. God picked away. Shocker. Next,
bias.
We got the Cincinnati Bengals visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is Saturday game, by the way. Who do you like?
Oh, we're starting to get that funky schedule going, huh?
Yep. Well, there's no more college football.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So I go first, and I'm gonna go with the Kitty Goes Meow.
God damn it! I want the Bengals. Oh, I want to make a move. How are the numbers?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me just go with that real quick. And for our league, we have at number 1 me
go
at
fuck yourself.
135.
135.
Number
not
2,
bad.
1 point behind is Gus Becerra at 134.
Damn, Gus. Damn, you a loser. Nah, I'm kidding. If you're
and number 3, we have Dario with 130.
Damn, I'm really far behind.
Yeah, you're 5 points behind me. And then we have David Martinez and that guy with a tie at 127.
Okay.
And then we have God at 97.
Ooh, loser.
But he keeps speaking the Saints, man.
I want to make a move because I need to make a lot of moves. But I don't like.
Let's look at. Let me look at something real quick before.
Is Pickens gonna play? Is that what you're gonna look at?
No, I'm looking at the Steelers' schedule. Because I do think Mike Tomlin, this might be his last year as a coach.
Yeah.
And I think he still wants to go at least 500.
Yeah.
So right now, he's 500. They're 7-7.
Mm-hmm.
They got the Bengals, the Seahawks, and the Ravens left. So they got something to play for here. Kind of.
All right. Kenny Pickett is not ruled out yet. I don't think he's a big improvement overall. The Steelers are on a losing streak. Give me the Bengals.
You're the Bengals.
And that feels like one I could make a move on, but I mean, I don't want to ruin the holidays that early. You know what I'm saying? Next,
I feel you.
We got the Chargers hosting the Buffalo Bills. Do we need to say it? Oh wait, let me flip a coin for God.
Sure.
God picked away.
Buffalo.
And
And you know what? It's the holiday
Soldier.
season. I'm gonna give God the Bills.
Sure.
As well.
All right. Buffalo Soldier. Yeah.
Can you fucking imagine if they
Shut
choke
the
this
fuck
one?
up! Shut the fuck up!
It's
Stop
a total
saying-
fucking trap game, isn't it?
Yes. And the Chargers are known for ruining stuff that we like. And so
We don't have a coach. We don't have a general manager. We don't have a quarterback.
Dude,
We don't have our wide receiver 1. We're gonna win this game by like 50 fucking points.
What, dude? Shut the fuck up. We already jinxed the Bills by saying that we want to see them in the playoffs. All right? Everything we touch, we destroy. All
And you know
right?
what? No. We didn't even say we want to see them in the playoffs. We said they're definitely absolutely in.
Yeah, we already jinxed them enough. All right? We're already
we murdered another one of their
We're
players.
already gonna have an entire fucking city chasing us down to kick our asses because we jinxed them. All right?
They're gonna break our tables.
Not the table. I got a really nice one. No. Next, we got the Commanders facing the Jets. By the way, this is the only image I could find for Jets and Commanders, and it has freaking Aaron Rodgers. So
And Sam Howell, who was benched.
yeah. So
You should have just looked up the Who Gives a Fuck Bowl.
yeah, Eric, you gotta pick somebody.
No, I don't. Everybody
you do.
loses here.
Yeah.
Is there an option? Everybody loses the nuclear option?
Sure.
I don't know. Yeah, no, not the Commanders. Yeah, the Jets. Jets, they're at home.
All right.
Sure.
Give me the
They
Commanders.
just Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Away. Gotta pick the way.
Do you have a reasoning?
It's the one that you didn't pick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only. Well, also that McLaurin boy, he good. He freaking good.
Sure, but if
That's it.
the Jets have anything, it's a good defense.
Sure. Next, we got the Vikings versus the Lions.
In their first one.
In
of three.
Minnesota. Minnesota.
Business.
All right, the Lions don't play well outside. I think the Vikings play in a dome. So I'm going to go with the Lions.
I want to go with the kitty goes meow. I think I doubted them for too long, and they were on a slump.
All right.
But I think they figured their shit out a little more.
Okay. Next, interesting one. We got the Texans hosting the Browns. And let me just see.
Is CJ Stroud playing?
Stroud still in protocol. Keenum to start 2 days ago. 9 hours. Okay. Texas quarterback Stroud remains making progress, but still under the protocol. So, they could face Nick Mullins. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's unclear. It's a question mark.
I'll pick the Browns. But I
the,
don't like it.
I'll pick the Texans, and I don't like it either. Stupid Joe Flacco. Away.
Stupid, sexy Joe Flacco.
What?
Oh, my microphone was on?
Yeah. Next, we got the Panthers hosting the Green Bay Packers. I don't like it, but give me the Packers.
Yeah, that Packers defense made a freaking what team was it? Who they play?
The Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah, they made Baker Mayfield look like Brady.
Yeah.
But the Panthers are the Panthers. I can't go for the Panthers.
No
man.
way. No way. Impossible.
No, I'm going Packers.
Madness. All right. God picked the way. Next.
All right. Let's speed it up. We got 10 minutes to Zoom.
Seahawks facing Titans in Tennessee. You go.
Seahawks.
Titans.
Why?
Because you didn't pick them.
All right.
Away. Next, we got the Colts visiting the Falcons. Give me the
Fuck.
Colts.
Fuck the fuck.
All right, fair enough. Home. God picked home. Next, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars visiting the Buccaneers. Eric, who do you like?
Well, they're both playing in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So that's close to Clanton.
Yeah.
I believe in Clanton more than the Buckaroons.
All right,
give
me the Bucks.
Yeah, this is a good one to make a move on.
God picked the way. Next, interesting matchup. Cowboys versus Dolphins.
Yeah.
Well, the Cowboys get stumped on once again. The game is in Miami. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins here because the Cowboys don't travel that well.
That is actually the exact same reason why I'm picking the Dolphins. And also, they're getting hot at the right time.
Yep. God picked home. Next, we got the
Beautiful.
Cardinals visiting the Chicago Bears. You go first.
Oh, man. Bears have been kind of coming alive. So have the Cardinals.
All right. I'll have the Cardinals.
That didn't help me at all.
I have the Cardinals because I like the Cardinals better. I've been saying they play tough. I like them. They're gritty. It looks like they're going in the right direction. The Bears, not so much.
Yeah,
Home.
same.
Got picked home. Next, we got the Broncos.
Also, they're not in Arizona, so the Cardinals are actually going to play well.
Sure. We got the Broncos hosting the Patriots. Give me the Broncos. Just they're at home, and the Patriots, they don't have an offense. So there you go.
Patriots stink.
They're terrible, disgusting.
That means I take the Broncos.
Yeah, got picked away. Next, we got the Chiefs visiting the team that just delivered the biggest beatdown of the weekend. The Raiders hosting them. Eric, who do you like?
Someone say trap game.
It could be a trap game.
Well, I picked the Chiefs.
I agree with you. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs as well. Yeah.
It feels like the refs have been the refs and the Chiefs have been, going through a little bit of a rough patch, but I think they're gonna, clean it up back. Bring it back for the holidays.
Maybe. Next, we got the Eagles facing the Giants in a get-right game. Give me the freaking Eagles.
Yeah. So a couple of weeks ago, it seemed like freaking Danny DeVito, he was going to be the next freaking Peyton Manning.
Home.
Turns out it was just, the Packers defense just fucking sucks.
Yeah, definitely. Danny, what's his name? Cutlass?
Danny DeVito.
No, his name's not
Daniel
Danny.
Jones.
No, it's not Danny DeVito. Is it Tommy DeVito?
Isn't that the guy from Goodfellas?
Who gives a fuck? It's the Giants. Next,
It's
greatest
Doug
games,
Jones.
the best game of the weekend, maybe the entire season, a Super Bowl rematch. The Ravens visiting the 49ers. Eric, who do you like?
Both number 1 49ers. Yeah. It should feel more dramatic, and the Ravens can definitely pull it off.
Listen,
but man, it just I don't go against the Niners right now.
Listen, I kind of agree with you.
It's not a bad one to make a move.
I will make a move. I'm going to pick the Ravens. I do not.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I do not completely disagree with you. But the reason why I wanted to pick the 49ers over the Ravens is because Jim Harbaugh hides his playbook. All right, there's a point of the season where you can see very clearly that they're hiding their playbook. They try weird things. They don't try other stuff. They go a little bit more conservative, and especially with teams that they think they're going to play in the playoffs. The 49ers, they're definitely hoping they'll see in the Super Bowl, right? If they see them again, it's going to be at the Super Bowl.
Well, it's not that you hope it, but it's like,
yeah,
that is my bet.
Yeah. On the other hand,
watch them get eliminated in the first fucking round.
On the other hand, the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan give 110% on every single play, and that's why they get injured. So I see the Ravens maybe not playing as hard on this one, and the 49ers playing like at 100%, 10%. And the Ravens are going to be like, yeah, whatever. We didn't care about this one. So
why'd you pick the Ravens?
Because you picked the Niners. I mean, it's still any given Sunday, right? And It's not like the Ravens are a bunch of pushovers. Their defense is legit. Their offense is legit. So I think that the Bengals embarrassed the 49ers. So the Ravens embarrassed the Bengals. So if you're going through that logic,
Pokemon rules, I get it.
Yeah. Well, no, not Pokemon rules, because that would mean that the 49ers would embarrass the Ravens.
Well, that's what I'm planning.
Yeah, I'm hoping not. So I think that the reason why I'm hoping that the reason why the 49ers look so invincible is because they're in the NFC. But we'll see. The point is, I just think
that they're the truth.
Did I already give you one for God?
No.
All right. God picked home. So LG boy, I think the Ravens and 49ers are going to Super Bowl. It'd be great, but again, the 49ers play too hard. I wouldn't be shocked if this is the game where they get injured, because again, the Ravens defense are no pushovers. And so if they go a bit too hard here, they may end up going through the buzzsaw that is the Ravens. Remember, the only team in the NFC North that has in the AFC North that has a quarterback is the Ravens. They killed everybody else. So, and I mean that literally. They did not. Well, not literally. They did knock out Joe Burrow. So
they had to bring back freaking Joe Flacco from the Ghosts of Christmas Past.
Exactly. There you go. So those are our picks. So our thoughts for this week. Eric, is there anything you want to leave these fine people with? Because I don't know how much time we have.
We have 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
All right.
What time? When's our next show? Are we gonna have a next? No, the next show it would be Christmas. We're not doing that.
We can do a Tuesday thing.
Yeah, we can do a Tuesday thing. So we're not gonna see you guys
Unless
until
the Ravens 49ers game is just so fucking wild. We're like, we're doing this now.
we gotta talk about this now.
We gotta
Well,
talk about it.
you know, Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope,
Merry
you know,
Christmas,
You'll have
everybody.
a good time. Thank you for being such a wonderful, lovely viewers of our program.
And you know, let's be thankful for our early Christmas miracle, and the Chargers finally stopping being, you know, the biggest idiots in the world, getting rid of the biggest idiot in the world.
The witch is dead.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. As always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you again next time.